Welcome to another video in which I am wearing exactly the same outfit as you just saw. You are not hallucinating, but I just didn't feel like changing my outfit again. So here we go. June favorites. So this has been a weird month for me. I don't consider myself a particularly active person. I thought I was pretty inactive physically until I hurt my knee. This is not a video where I am whining about my knee, but I did, if you don't follow my vlogs or you're behind or whatever, just real quickly, early May, I partially dislocated my kneecap. I didn't actually know that's what I did until early June, and I did, and it is on the mend. It hurts less, and the orthopedic surgeon that confirmed that's what I did said it could take up to 4 months to fully heal, and it is on the mend, which is yay. 6 months, my husband is signaling me on the other end, 6 months, whatever. It's on the mend, but it really hurt and it really knocked me on my rear end. I was not mentally prepared to not be able to physically move around as much as I normally do. So it just kind of threw me for a loop and mentally affected me more than I realized. And maybe I needed that because hi Rowdy, it has made me more empathetic to people who are not as physically able as I am normally. So it was a very eye-opening experience, but it also led to me not moving around very much. And so that has influenced some of the things that happened this month. One of which was an epic marathon viewing of all 5 seasons of Southern Charm, the #1 favorite for the month of June. Yes, if you're not familiar with the Bravo television show Southern Charm, get yourself familiar. I was lucky in that my cable provider has it on demand, and I watched all of it. I started with season 5, which is the current season, and then went backwards and went through season 1, and then I roped Michael in about midway through season 2, and he's gonna kill me for saying this, but he's obsessed as well. And I think he wants to leave me for Cameron. Not that that's an option for him. It's really cute that he thinks that anyway, but that may have also influenced my book choice of June. I don't think you can see that. There is a mystery series called the Liz Talbot Mystery Series. Every book in the series, there are 7 so far, start with the title Low Country. That's South Carolina. Low Country Boyle, Low Country whatever. So the first book in the series is Low Country Boyle. It is set on a mythical island just off the coast of Charleston. Rowdy, do you really need to be doing that right now? And it's a fun series. I really enjoyed them. So Charleston is definitely on my mind. I'm actually going to Charleston in July. I'm sitting on a panel. There's a social media conference called SmadCon, and I think tickets, yes, I know tickets are available. I'll put a link below if you want to attend. I can't remember what panel I'm speaking on. I'll put that in the description box as well, and I will be speaking on that panel. So if you live in the Charleston area, please attend. Anyway, so I'll be in Charleston. I don't know how much time I'll actually have to explore Charleston. I'm very excited. Just kind of worked out. Southern Charm, this mystery series. That's it for South Carolina connections. Let's get on to the rest of favorites. Let's talk about my purses of the month. So we'll start with this one. GG New York happens to be having a summer sale. I think it is still going on as of the filming of this video. Rowdy's bone chewing. I just can't make it stop. This is, I believe, the Abbott crossbody. You can change the length of this strap, by the way, and you can make it double up if you want, like pull the strap and make it shorter or what have you, but I've just messed that up. Let's ignore that. But it comes in other colors. This particular color is actually on sale right now. I checked, and it has a magnetic closure. It's a nice, deep, you can fit a lot in there. There's an inner slip pocket. I just like the basic, very simple silhouette, and I really love that it has a slip pocket in the back as well to fit my phone. So I was using this a lot. It's really nice for travel because it's small enough that I can pack like my jewelry and like little like underwear and things like that in this, and then pack this in my suitcase. And then, you know, when I'm on the plane, I would bring my big tote bag and then use this for like day trips and stuff. My other purse of the month, hang on, is this bag, which unfortunately is not on sale. This is the Zoe crossbody bag. This one is in linen. I think I've mentioned this one before, but I like this purse of the month idea that one of you came up with. Again, pretty good size for what it is. One interior slip pocket, and then again, really loving this exterior slip pocket so I can get to my phone quickly. It is technically a crossbody bag, but I've been using it really as a shoulder bag. And then the most recently used and frequently used bag, I've been there's definite color scheme going on here. I just realized I pulled out this guy. I've had some recent criticism, strangely, as to why I'm not using my Louis Vuitton bags. Why do I like these cheap bags? I'm not even addressing that one. I will tell you why. Okay, so I did pull out my old Speedy. I don't know what size. It's not the smallest one. It's not the biggest one. What is this, a 30 maybe? Can someone tell me? It doesn't say anywhere what it is. This is the Damier Azur print, I want to say. This is why. It's just one big hole of stuff. The little pocket, the slip pocket that it has here, you can't fit anything really in here. You certainly can't fit your phone in there. So I put my phone in and now I'm like digging for it. These are first world problems, I realize, but I like a bag that's not just pretty. This is pretty and the colors are nice and everything, but that's functional. And let's face it, this is not functional. And this is the old bag. So there's no shoulder strap and it doesn't have like the holes. I can't retrofit a shoulder strap really. So all I can do is this thing, which this gets old, especially when it's hot. And then you get the marks on your, anyway. So I'm getting a little whiny. I'm going to stop now, but I do like the color. I do like this Damier print. It's handy. You know, you can fit a lot of stuff, but it's not as user-friendly as this guy who I can just slide my phone in and go. So that is why you don't see me use my Louis Vuitton bags as often as, say, my Gigi. My dogs are literally pushing the chairs out. You don't see me using the Louis Vuitton as often as my other brands of bags because those bags are frankly more functional. So there you have it. So when choosing a designer bag, think about function. Is it function over form? Whatever. You know what I'm saying. Okay, speaking of phones, I did want to mention this favorite. So I'm back to my rose gold design. I don't know why. Oh, I do know why, because it matches this. My friend Sarah from Hot and Humid on Instagram and on her blog, I will link her below, sent me this gift. This is one of those like ring, I want to call it a ring pop, but that's not what it's called, like a pop socket. I had a pop socket on my phone. It drove me crazy because I like to be able to slide the phone like in my back pocket if I'm wearing jeans or something, and the way those pop sockets stick out, it would catch and you can't, whatever. So this folds a little flatter. See how flat that folds? But what I really like is it's attached by magnet. So when I don't want this sucker on, off it comes. But it's a really strong magnet. Now I will say the magnet stays on forever, so that now it's only with this case. So if I want to put this on other cases, I either have to go find more magnets like this, or which you can find like at Home Depot or something. But and it's really strong. I mean, this is pretty cool. So I can still have the advantage of the ring socket thing. And then when I don't want it, off it comes. So cool. I think it's by the brand, oh yeah, Ideal of Sweden. Really neat. They also make phone cases and phone chargers and all kinds of cool stuff. I just wanted to share that with you because I'm really digging it. So hopefully my selfie game will improve as well. Back to the injured foot. The only shoe, or knee, the only shoe I could wear all of June is this shoe. This is ridiculous. Other than like some high heels occasionally when we've gone out, I can't wear flats. I don't know what the deal is with that, but this shoe, the Tory Burch Bima 2 Wedge Espadrille, I've worn this every freaking day, every day. I tried wearing like flats, flip-flops, slide-on sneakers, slip-on sneakers, nothing, just this. So I've worn this shoe every single day for basically 2 months now, and it has held up incredibly well, not worn down, well worth the investment. Great, great shoe. Comes in other shades. I might have to get it in black just so I can mix it up a little bit. Great shoe. That's it for non-beauty favorites. Let's get into beauty favorites. So I asked you guys to pick out some products for me to haul at Sephora. You picked out some really good ones. I love them all. Maybe you all should have your own YouTube channels because you really picked some good ones. I'm actually wearing a handful of them. This one I'm not wearing. This is the Fenty Beauty, is it Gloss Bomb, I believe, in Fenty Glow. It's such a great gloss. I'm not going to go on and on, but this is a beautiful gloss, non-sticky. It smells divine. But again, I mentioned in my Sephora haul video, if you don't like scent, you will hate this. Like, this will be your worst nightmare. But for the rest of us, it's a beautiful gloss. I hope she releases more colors in the same formula. It's really a neat concept. But on the other end of the spectrum, I picked up 2 more glosses from Neutrogena in their Hydro Boost line. This is the raspberry shade. It's not what I have on, but it's similar. And this is the new, I think it's poppy, yeah, bright poppy shade. I think they're both relatively new to the line. They both have hyaluronic acid, the whole line does. They're very bright, they're very opaque, not fully opaque, but pretty opaque. Such great glosses. I keep reaching for these. It's a different concept. This is much more just glossy and shiny. These are, I don't know how to describe these. These are very different. It's like night and day concept, but you know, if your budget runs more at a drugstore, definitely grab these. But all great glosses. Another thing that you all recommended or requested that I love is the YSL Touche Éclat All-in-One Glow, and I will address the question that came up a lot. Do I like this better than the IT CC cream? No, I don't like the IT CC cream better either. This is really like back to the old school tinted moisturizer. This is really a tinted moisturizer, so it's like apples and oranges. If you want more of a full coverage, medium to full coverage, more makeup, almost like a foundation, I think of the IT CC cream as really like a foundation. This is a moisturizer that has good coverage. So they're very different products. This is much more lightweight on the skin. So 2 very different products. It just depends on what you're looking for. And this is far more, I'd say this is, well, it's a little more dewy-ish. Speaking of which, I heard IT Cosmetics is coming out with a matte version of the CC cream. Can't wait to see what that looks like. Okay, and then the other thing that you requested and or recommended was the Hourglass Translucent Veil Setting Powder, or Veil Translucent Setting Powder. Another amazing recommendation. So beautiful, and it is so adaptable. I've seen and heard from people with oily skin, they love it. Dry skin people, they love it. It just depends on how much you apply, where you apply it. I would say don't bake with this. If you try baking with this, you will look like a grease ball. Don't do that. This is really a setting powder and not for baking. Don't do that. But it really is nice to set under eye. It doesn't sit in my fine lines. It kind of makes them look, I wouldn't say nothing will make them disappear except for Botox and filler, but it will soften them. It's great stuff. I think it's nice now, but come wintertime when we all look dry and dingy, this is really gonna be a superstar product, I think. Speaking of dry and dingy skin, the Peter Thomas Roth Pumpkin Enzyme Mask has been incredible for my pre-self-tanner game. I've been using this once a week to remove any dead skin, dry patches, and prep for self-tanning. It smells like fall, but it's great for summer. Oh, really, it smells like pumpkin bread. It's amazing. And it's gentle enough for my very sensitive skin. I've had no issues with it, and it's fun to put on, and it smells wonderful. Highly recommend it, especially if glycolic acid is an issue for you. You will really enjoy this. Self-tanner, I've recommended this a gajillion times. The Mind Tan Super Dark Coconut. I think super dark might be a misnomer, but it is pretty dark. I'm pretty much done. This is back to my normal shade of whatever this is. But I have tried it a million times. I've tried it where I wore it overnight and rinsed it off in the morning, where I wore it for a few hours and rinsed it off. I can tell you it works either way. The stuff is great. It does come in other scents and flavors, and I haven't been able to figure out what the differences are. I am curious to try some of the other shades that I have seen online, like super ash brown and olive and whatnot. If anyone knows more about this line, please let me know. I've heard it's from Australia. I'm just curious. One more self-tanning product that has extended my tan in between tanning applications is the Clarins Radiance Plus Golden Glow Booster. 3 drops mixed in with my moisturizer at night to kind of make me more tan. 1 to 2 drops just to maintain what I've already got going on. It doesn't break me out, doesn't react with my skin at all or interfere with my face products from what I can see. So love, love, love this stuff. I'm not going to rip on the vitamin C product that I tried that made me break out, but I'm back to the one and only that I adore, the Colleen Rothschild Vitamin C Treatment Complex. There's a reason I stuck around with Colleen Rothschild as long as I have. It's because her products work and they don't break me out. That's all there's to it. So I'm sorry I cheated on you, Colleen. We're back together again. So this is the vitamin C product that I will not, that's it, I'm done. I'm not playing with anybody else's stuff. That's my favorite, and that's all. Another recommendation from y'all from that Sephora haul, the Tatcha, what is this really called? Do we even know? The Pearl. It's just the Pearl, and I have it in the shade Moonlight. There are 2 other shades, and for the video that I did, it was a sponsored video, like I mentioned in the video, and so I thought it was best that I demonstrate how to use it specific to the actual instructions, but I use it a couple of ways. So I wear it where you're supposed to wear it, where you wear it under your foundation and put your foundation on top. That's one way. I also just keep smacking it on. So I will also put it on top of my foundation, wearing it more like makeup. And then as the day wears on and I'm tired and what have you, I will smack more on top of that. And that technically is even over powder. You can, that is the beauty of this product, is you can keep reapplying it. It doesn't get cakey. Now I have been asked, do you prefer this over the MAC Prep and Prime? No, it's the same concept as YSL versus IT. They're 2 very different products. If you're not really a makeup person or you like a little more natural, fresh look, you're gonna like the Tatcha Pearl. If you want a more pigmented makeup look, then you're gonna like the MAC Prep and Prime better. If I'm going to an event or if I really wanna look more polished and everything's just more done, then I'm reaching for the MAC Prep and Prime. If it's summer or I want a lighter look or I don't want to fuss as much, I'm gonna go with the Pearl. This has been the palette I've been reaching for the most this month. I love it. It's the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. It's floppy. It's easily a standalone, it smells so good. It's easily a standalone palette, but the shade, if I could only use one shade in here for the rest of my life, it would be this Luscious shade, which is hard to watch or hard to see. If you watch my YouTube live video, which bless you, if you sat through it after the fact, it's an hour long. I can't believe you watched it, but a lot of you did, so thank you. I showed how I use it by tapping it all over the lid. You can use a brush, but tapping it with your finger onto the lid really makes it shine. It's a beautiful shade. You can easily use this palette all by itself. I combined it, of course, just to make it more complicated with another palette because that's how I roll, but I love that palette. It's beautiful. And then I recently started using this foundation. It's pretty heavy, but I think it's waterproof. At least I believe it's waterproof, which is why I reached for it, because it's been really humid and we were supposed to get a lot of rainstorms. They never happened, but we were supposed to, and I was outside for a bunch of stuff and I didn't want my makeup to run. So I was wearing the Vichy Derma Finish Coverage Foundation, Corrective Fluid Foundation. And at the time I had self-tan working, and so I was wearing it in the shade 25 Nude, and it is a stunningly beautiful finish. And I got a lot of comments from people in person and in videos going, oh my gosh, your skin. Yeah, no, it's this stuff. Definitely apply it with a sponge, a damp sponge of some kind, to kind of shear it out a little bit. Otherwise it's very heavy, full coverage. It does have SPF 30 as well. It's beautiful foundation. Thank you so much for subscribing, for watching, for sticking around. Hope you stick around through July. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Coming up next is a collaboration with, gosh, how many of us? Quite a few of us. Lisa J, Risa, Elle, Stephanie. Is that it? I think that's everybody. So yeah, I believe that's my next video. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of that fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.